So as a final acknowledgement and thank you for those of you who sponsored a plant, I'm going to show you the proceeds and drop a few names for my appreciation. And so here are some of the new additions and beauties to my little family unit. The pots also are coming from the proceeds, and oh, this one was Timotei, thank you very much. This one's Bax, otherwise known as Simon, thank you very much. This one is an existing plant, doing fine from last year. This one here and this one, and there's one more which I'll come to shortly, is courtesy of Finn, and they are named Jacob's Ladder. Maybe Jacob and Ladder. Look at these beautiful plants. And then we have a beautiful display of life there. And so in the bathroom, of course, we have Chad standing there in all his glory, a little bit lonely maybe in the bathroom, but beautifully positioned and perfect. I really needed it to be there, so thank you, Chad, otherwise known as Julian. And then I've just replanted some of these. Some of you will remember I had many of these in one tiny little pot, and it's kind of unimaginable how now to think that all of these came out of the same pot. And so I have this one here, and then we have this one here. They all came out of a pot this size. And we've got all these other wonderful plants that are doing super fine in this gorgeous environment. And then this is my oak tree, which I found in one of these incredible national parks. It was the oak acorn which was just lying on the moss I've spoken about in another video. This is the soil that I gathered from that park. Deep, ancient and rich soil, never been tilled or farmed. And I'm starting to collect up a few of these because I'm going to make these terrariums. This, of course, I just couldn't help but buy that for £1. I'm going to put a couple of nice candles in that and find a place for it. These sort of things, you know, butter dishes and just like sauce things, they're just so beautiful just to make tiny little terrariums out of them. And these sort of things, you know, I don't know, probably 100 years old, these sort of things, been in a little old lady's home forever. And so I've got about 8 more to collect over the weekend, and so then I'll be filling them up here with some nice coral, crushed coral, and then I'll put the soil in, and then I'll put moss and maybe some stones, Precambrian stones, and then maybe even plant you know, another acorn or two along with other things. And the beauty of the soil that I'm using, it isn't just from peat, from a bag of peat, it's from this incredible national park which has never been ploughed because it's on a promontory and it's protected, and so it hasn't had the nutrients extracted from it. It's so deeply rich and it's black, and it's full of all different sorts of fungi, mycelium, and so it's anyone's guess that will be rising up out of them in due course and over the space of the next year. So I've named my plant donors, and so thank you very much, and I'll tune in from time to time to see how they're getting along. But we get a lot of sun coming this part in the sort of like early to late afternoon. It goes across the sky like that, so they will all be within. Oh, here we go, here's another one. This one also is courtesy of Finn, Jacob's Ladder. So cumulatively they are Jacob's Ladder, beautiful tropical plants. And then you see I have my staffs here. I have varying staff. This is a sycamore, this is a silver birch, this is a cherry, this is holly, and this is ash. And they all have their presence for certain terrains. And so there you have it, on a beautiful backdrop of cosmic consciousness and nature and beauty and life and revitalization and all that stuff. You know, we've got all this stuff going down here with these hoof fungi and the mushrooms, and oh wow, isn't it beautiful, isn't it stunning? I'm sure you'll agree.